your birthday, isn't it?
Maybe. What do you mean? I didn't. Shut up. Yeah.
Congrats on making it around the sun again.
Yeah. Allow me to turn my birthday into a complaint because
how unusual.
Like, yeah. 2 hours difference time zone still till next week, I guess. And fast asleep this morning. My phone's like bing, bing, bing. And thanks everybody.
It's a lot of searches.
Yeah, a lot of messages. But yeah, I don't know. Birthdays. I'm not your daughter. You know, birthdays are not this thing I celebrate and look forward to.
Yeah.
But you know.
No, I get that.
Oh well.
Anyways, we tried to record a podcast yesterday, and it was actually a really good podcast. We recorded all about 12 minutes of it.
Arguably the best one we've ever done.
Easily. It'll go down in history as that.
I wish everyone could hear it.
Yeah, and then the problem is that Windows did an update, and I forgot to check the audio, and so we had a whole bunch of lip reading on Paul's audio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, you know, for some people that might have been preferable, but what are you going to do?
Well, you can talk about the new Macs because there's new Macs. There's probably more Macs coming today.
Yeah, I was going to say, what time is it?
10 o'clock.
Not already out. This is about the time, isn't it? Or just not?
Well,
not yet.
Check the old.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, the iMac update that they announced is the least interesting of the updates coming.
Oh. Although there is like a really high end display option now. It's like an 8K display or something.
Well, it's 8K out. I think it's that nano texture thing that they think they have on the iPad Pro, maybe. But why are they stuck at 24 inches? I mean, it's, you know, it's like Apple reconfirms its commitment to the iMac. It's like, really? How about a 27, 28 inch version? I mean, it's kind of weird.
Got to save that for something. I don't know. They look great though.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So maybe the Mac Mini today, and then it's supposed to be like another Mac. I don't know. Whatever. They're
MacBook Pro. Yeah. Announcements.
Everybody gets an M4. Yay.
Yeah. Should be good. Still a 38 tops MPU though. It's like you couldn't just hit the 40, huh? You had to, it's like it's kind of a weird thing because the PC world is hitting, you know, 40 something and some to 50, I think in one case. Not that it matters. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Apple cares at all in the slightest.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, it's gonna matter at some point. I mean, just for Windows 11 features running on the Mac and that kind of thing. I know it's not a big deal, but you want to have that little bump in the spec sheet, you know, the head to head.
Yeah.
Or not. I don't know. It's too early.
It is.
What else did we talk about yesterday?
Newton's got an email. Or Newton. Wow, there's Newton. A neuron. Notion has an email client coming, which will be great, except that it won't work with Microsoft 365 for, I'm guessing, for some foreseeable future. So
yeah, I went through a convoluted in real time description of why you would and then would not be able to do that. So we'll just skip over that.
Yep. But it'll be great when it gets here, but it's not usable, and then it'll be great if they can make it usable for work stuff and MSAs and
yeah.
I feel like they've got to do that, right? Like that's
they've got to, but because their goal is to kind of replace as much of Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 as possible, right? It seems.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever become like an actual email provider. Right?
Yeah,
like
that's the next... yeah, I was speculating about like storage, right? Like this would be where they would go. Maybe. You know what they really need though is like a chat-based collaboration
they do.
Kind of feature.
Maybe they could buy Skype.
They could call it Sluck.
Sluck.
You've been slucked. Like, hold on, I got a sluck. This is never going to work its way into the vernacular. But I don't know what they'll call it. Who cares?
Sluck. Just
I don't know.
wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. So
Didn't Verizon buy one called like Blue Jeans or something? That was another great.
oh boy, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sure that worked out real well for them.
Yeah.
I mean, every time they've tried to branch out from anything other than being an internet pipe, which is
just accept your role as infrastructure and move on, please. You know?
They bought some didn't they buy like Engadget and those things for a while, and then they sold them all.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, Amazon is, I think, still trying to make a go of productivity apps. Google or Meta tried for a little while, and I think they finally backed off from that. I don't know why this is so exciting for everybody. It's just not really,
Money.
It's not much more interesting than what you already do. It's like, why bother?
Because we can do it better, but it's the same.
Can you? I don't even want better. I just want less.
Yeah, actually, like, there's a
Right?
new Teams redesign coming, which is gonna kind of undo what Teams is, where it's gonna your chat view, I believe, can also have channels now. So
Oh, good.
it's all just, they call it threaded. I call it cluster.
Excuse me.
So now you can just have one infinite list of things where people can like have pinged you or whatever.
So I have actively avoided even learning about this. So thank you for putting that in my brain and removing a childhood memory. But
you didn't need that first toy anyway.
but as you started saying that, I was wondering if this isn't partially, at least, a response to some of their legal / regulatory issues, where they want to make it as little like Slack and as more full featured and, I guess convoluted in that Microsoft way that's so special, just so they can point to it and say, hey, we're not really doing that anymore. So I don't know what you're so concerned about.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's just they're changing up the UI and
Yeah. I mean, to me, Teams should just be, well, this is how I feel about all software, really. Browsers, Windows, pick your app. I mean, it should just be this modular thing that could be stripped down to nothing if that's what you want, like kind of a Notion type thing or whatever. And then, but with chat collaboration, I guess. But then you could build it out and it could, it would or could replace a lot of the other apps you're using, right? You could have modules for email and for calendar, and I know it already has calendar, but whatever they are. And, it becomes this big, it's a platform. I mean, why not just make it truly modular? Maybe that is, I don't know, maybe that is what they're doing, but
that's what Notion's doing.
yeah. Yep.
I mean, that if you go look at, for anybody who's not aware, go look at their email announcement and you'll see what we mean, because it's like inboxes are just components that can be put anywhere and other things. And
yeah, when we remember there is a loop, the big conversation that we have there is, it's like, it looks like Notion, but you got to remember there's this big kind of component based platform behind it. But actually, I suppose in its own way, that is what Notion is as well. So I guess it is just a Notion ripoff. Maybe Notion should go after Microsoft, just like Slack / Salesforce has.
they should maybe take out a full page ad.
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome
Talk
to the
to
component.
the EU. Jeez. Wow. It's the 1990s all over again.
Is it? I mean, the Bengals are still terrible, so I guess that's consistent.
I heard that as the Bengals, and I was like, I think they broke up by the 1990s, but I could be wrong.
We'd like to break up with our coach, but the management office will not.
All I care about is that the Los Angeles Dodgers are up 3-0 on the Yankees. I couldn't think of a better birthday present. Yeah. I mean, there's just nothing.
The only way it could get better is if the series ends with Ohtani hitting a home run.
Oh my God, I know.
To win the game for the fourth.
Yes.
Right? Yep. That would be...
Oh. Just the futility of coming in first place, making it all the way to the World Series and getting swept is just the most beautiful outcome I could possibly imagine.
And it's the Yankees, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't have this vitriol for almost any other team. I got to think about that for a second, but not really.
It's just the Yankees. I mean,
they deserve decades of purgatory for their sins. Like, it's just,
Jeter's just cracking his knuckles somewhere. He's like, "Yep."
I literally made a Jeter reference last night. There was this whoever their shortstop is made this like fake attempt to like dive on the balls that went by him, and I was like, "Well, you're no Jeter." It's like, just half-assed kind of major league style, like the movie that is. That character they made like stand in front of the ball and get hit all the time. And he was all bruised because he would like, oh, it's like I almost got it. It was just like that. It was just like
when is Game 4
tonight?
Is it tonight?
Yep. I think they're going back. Like, just
if it's a true sweep, that would be.
It'd be incredible. I shouldn't be this gleeful over this possibility, but
that's how this goes. And then they're going to
end up looking like the wife of the Atlanta Falcons owner when they lost to the Patriots that year, where they went down to the field to celebrate. And you could like watch a slow-mo video of her face just turn from jubilation to, oh my God, what the hell is happening? It's just so beautiful. But
well, if anybody watched the Commanders and Bears game from Sunday, which was basically the Bears went down the field, scored. There was like not much time left, like 20 seconds or something like that. And the Commanders threw a Hail Mary and scored a touchdown to win the game.
I haven't seen this yet. I've read about it, and I didn't read this story, but I saw a headline that said, I think it was the coach. It was like Bears coach promises that kind of thing, whatever it was, the Hail Mary, whatever, will never happen again. I'm like, shouldn't have to even discuss that. But
there's a reason why it's called the Hail Mary and not the Hail Touchdown, right? It's literally
right. Because you can come up with like, it was like Doug Flutie and then like maybe one or two others. Like there's just a handful of these that are, awesome and successful. So it's just classic. We're going to protect it. We're going to base our entire defense now around protecting against the Hail Mary.
There was the NFL put out like a highlight reel of all the greatest like Hail Marys, and somebody in the Bengals channel were like, "Wow, we've got a lot of these." And then somebody else pointed out because we're always losing. Like just by pure volume.
Right. This is not something to brag about.
Yeah, like just by pure volume.
You put yourself in a position where you need this.
Yes.
That's a problem. Yeah,
right.
That's a good point, actually. What else did we talk about yesterday?
I don't know. Bad stuff.